Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, and this is the Chronicles of Guardian. The Chronicles of Guardian are a comic book created by me and one of my bestest friends in the world, Dinesh Patricio. Dinesh and I made this comic because we love comics and we wanted to put our own heroes out there. Although the character Guardian was created especially by me, there's one other character in this that was created by him. But the point of this is that at the beginning, I was supposed to draw all of the characters, but unfortunately, due to an accident, I couldn't use my arm, and I could not draw. But we didn't want to wait. We wanted to put our stories out there. So for the first 8 issues of this comic book, we used prints of a video game. We had video game characters, and we changed the characters to look like the characters we wanted to look. And we made a comic about it because we printed his images and created a story with it. But after the first 8 issues, we ended the Chronicles of Guardian and made 3 spin-off comics about it. But before I go into the spin-offs, which are hand drawn by me, with the same characters, obviously, I wanted to explain the story. So I'm gonna do a video. I'm gonna do several videos, telling you the story of the characters. I just want to explain that the first 8 issues are prints of the game, but after the 8 issues, they're hand drawn by me and animated in the computer. Not animated as like moving images, or not animated like perfected, and I guess you'll see. I hope you like this story, and let's start. The story begins with Guardian, the main character of the comic, watching over the city on a rooftop. As he looks at his city, he thinks that nothing's gonna happen tonight and he could go home. But suddenly, on the west coast, he hears a big explosion and he goes there to see what's happening. As he gets there, Guardian discovers a big hole in the ground covered in ice and the armored truck destroyed and empty. As he asks a witness what happens, they said that a blizzard of snow happened in 5 seconds, and when it cleared, there was everything is as it seems. No one saw nothing. After Guardian investigates the scene, he couldn't find anything. Not any bomb particulars, nothing, just the ice and some weird burn marks on the floor. After this, Guardian goes around the city looking for clues by interrogating criminals that have connections to the underground underworld. After he doesn't find anything, Guardian decides to go back home and have a rest. Next morning, Guardian, or as is known as his civilian identity, is Travis Wilson Fox. Travis realizes that he's late for a date with his girlfriend and runs. As he gets there, his girlfriend is still waiting for him and he says he's sorry. And then after she apologizes him, she forgives him. Sorry, my mistake. After she forgives him, she tells them that her archaeology professor offered her a spot as his assistant for 5 weeks as they go into the jungle of Beery to look into a tomb of an ancient king. She said that she wanted to go, but she wanted to talk to him before she went. Travis, happy for his girlfriend's success, said that he is totally okay with her going on this trip, and she's sorry to say that she has to leave right away, and this was more of a good temporary goodbye. And he said that's okay, he will wait for her, and then she leaves. Later that night, Guardian meets up with one of his accomplices, a friend of him called Femme Fatale. She is a superhuman with incredibly enhanced speed. She tells him that after seducing a man, She, the man told her that he didn't know who committed the crime, but he knew who ordered the crime. It was the famous Dr. Insane, one of Guardian's personal enemies. Guardian also asked Femme Fatale if she knew what kind of thing was stole from the armored truck, and she told him it was a new kind of chemical, way stronger than gasoline, and a drop could make a bomb, destroy a city block, and that they stole 5 liters of it. Guardian is very worried because he knows that this special gasoline could be very dangerous in the wrong hands, and that Dr. Insane's hands are one of the most dangerous hands there could be. A few weeks later, as Guardian is practicing his martial arts, the phone rings and he answers it. On the other side of the phone line, it's his friend in the police station, Derek Sin. Derek Sin tells Travis that he is sorry for his loss because the plane where his girlfriend was coming exploded and she was dead. He also tells him that the chemical used in the explosion was the same chemical that Dr. Insane stole from the armored truck a few weeks ago. After hearing this, Travis immediately slams the phone on the floor, but without time to spare, he goes into to his computer and prepares some things, and orders the computer to contact Femme Fatale. A few weeks later, the funeral for his girlfriend is held. After the funeral, Guardian, still with no time to mourn, goes back to his home and orders the computer to prepare his battlesuit Delta 5, and that's what the computer does. Later, Femme Fatale is on a rooftop, waiting for Guardian as he shows up right behind her without her noticing. She looks at him, with flirtation in her voice, saying that she loves his new suit and that he looked very handsome. Guardian asks if she found out where Dr. Insane was, and she told him that he was still near the city in a man-made garbage island. Travis, or Guardian, says that that's perfect and asks Femme Fatale for one last favor. When she replied, "Of course, anything for you." Next, we see Dr. Insane on the computer monitoring every security's surveillance on the island, making sure that no one is near it, without him knowing that Guardian swam from the shore to the island. As Dr. Insane goes onto the roof to look at the city, exclaiming that he will burn every single person in that city, Guardian appears behind him and starts beating him half to death. After Guardian gets enough of his rage out on him, Dr. Insane gets on his knees and says, "Alright, you got me. I'm ready to go to jail." And that's when Guardian says, "Not this time. You're not going to jail." And Dr. Insane says, "What? What are you going to do to me? Are you finally going to kill me?" And that's when Guardian says, "No, I would never do something like that. But as a hero, I have a choice to save you or not. And that's why I asked Femme Fatale to take everyone off this island on a boat, with the exception of the two of us." And then the doctor says, "Really? Are you going to die here with me?" And the Guardian says to him, "No, I just wanted to see your face, as I know you were going to die in a few moments." Then Guardian jumps off the roof and into the water, swimming away from the exploding island. And seconds before the explosion, Dr. Insane starts to laugh and says, "If you think this is over, you're wrong." Of course, these were the words of a crazed man that had no chance of surviving the explosion. And after these words, island is completely destroyed by a big blaze of fire, as the chemical mixed with the bomb made the explosion even stronger and reduced the entire island into a mere pile of ash. And that's the story for today. This was the first 2 issues. If you want to see more stories of Guardian, press like and subscribe to my channel. My name is Mike, and I'll see you next week. See ya.